This seed generates in one of the largest mushroom islands we have ever found so far, stretching across 5,000 blocks in length, which sounds perfect other than the fact that the distance to get to this mushroom island is so immensely far. About 25,000 blocks in one direction and 19,000 in another direction, which makes it kind of a little unreachable for your average Minecraft player. But in the case you want to make the most of it, then yeah, first off, this is your spawn, located right next to a treasure ship right here and a pillager outpost, with hopefully plenty of things to get yourself started up in this brand new survival world. And on top of that, there's quite a number of biomes around here, like a savanna, like a forest, like a jungle, like a plains, and plenty of other different types of things like that. But to get to this humongous mushroom island, where do you have to go, and how are you going to do it? Because doing it in the overworld is kind of unreasonable. Like, let's be honest, So the only real way we could go about doing this is by traversing through the Nether. And yeah, this is the spawn you actually spawn inside of it. Not too incredibly bad, but could be better, but that's not what's important. How are we actually going to get to this utterly massive mushroom island? Well, what you're gonna have to want to do is head about 3,300 blocks in this direction, and then about 2,300 blocks in that direction. Doing that over the Nether would be pretty tricky, unless you are maybe tunneling or doing something like that. But in the case you do want to, like, I guess, traverse your way over all this land, then you're going to pass quite a number of things, like a Bastion Remnant, like, very likely you're going to find some not woodland mansions. Can you imagine that? A woodland mansion, Nether fortress. That would be fun. But yeah, you're going to find bastions, you're going to find fortresses, you're going to find other ruin portals, you're going to find plenty of other different types of things like that. But after traversing all this way, all across this humongous space of land, then we're eventually going to want to be somewhere around these coordinates, somewhere roughly around here. Not maybe the best place, if I'm honest, right here, but in the case you make yourself somewhere around here, and we do put a portal around here, then we're eventually going to spawn in the complete wrong place. Oops. And by the complete wrong place, I mean nearly the complete right place, because literally inside where we spawned in from this amethyst geode, we are literally right below this utter, sheer, humongous mushroom island. One of the largest ones we have probably ever found inside of Minecraft. No large biome option for Java, no nothing like that. If you're on either Bedrock or Java, you're gonna find this utter, sheer, humongous, massive, all of those other different types of words, mushroom island, stretching thousands upon thousands of blocks from one direction to the other. And if you don't believe me, then let's go to maybe one edge of this mushroom island really quick, past some pretty stunning terrain, if I do say so. Then on the very edge of this mushroom island, we're at around about 25,300 blocks, with another mushroom island off in the distance, albeit a pretty decent sized one still. But in the case we go from this one end to the other, then we're going to notice it's going to take not only an incredibly long amount of time, but also stretches across an incredibly vast distance of space. Yeah, again, we are going over thousands upon thousands upon thousands of blocks from one end to the other, and it really does show when we actually go across this entire landmass. And now what we can see is we've ended up at 30,224 or around about there. Yeah, about 5,000 blocks in length. 5,000 humongous blocks in length. So, single biome worlds definitely aren't necessarily a thing on Bedrock Edition, but I think this is probably going to be the closest you could actually get in playing a one biome world, albeit by traveling a huge distance on getting here. But if you are willing to make that trip, then the end product, everything you will find here, all the secrets and everything on this one island will be totally 100% worth it. But just to try to get an idea as to how big the scale is, let's go all the way up to 900 blocks in the sky. Bump this up to as literally high as my PC can physically handle. Let all these chunks load in really quickly. And even with this, we still can't see every single corner of this one island. There is no way we could see it all. The only real way to get some sense of the scale is popping over to Chunk Base and just seeing how big this thing actually is. Like, this thing is a serious beast of an island. You would never be able to tell that this is just one entire landmass, or how big it is, without seeing it on Chunk Base. And since this thing is so big, that doesn't mean you're going to find plenty of different types of things surrounding it, inside of it, and many other different types of things like that. Such as inside this one peninsula, this one like waterway, oceanway, whatever you want to call it, there is in fact an ocean monument just sitting itself literally right here. Right squeezed in between all of the Mushroom Island we can see right here. So who knows, maybe this could be a good place on setting up, or I don't know, there's plenty of options when you have so much land to go over. And I guess if you do set up around here, then you might want to be wary of the fact that surrounding this area is quite a number of other different types of things surrounding that one Mushroom Island, such as the fact that right beneath here, we're eventually going to find ourselves in Ruin Portal right here, on top of somewhere around here. I can't exactly remember where, or it's literally right here. Also, a trial chamber as we can see, so this is probably the prime place you're going to want to set up on this humongous Mushroom Island. I've said words like humongous, massive, big, too many times in this one video. I'm going to say it plenty more times, because if we head right the way to the opposite end of this one Mushroom Island, then we're eventually going to find ourselves something you might want to be wary of beneath, because just beneath here, or roughly around beneath here, we're eventually going to find ourselves, and nothing too serious, just like some lush caves, just like an abandoned mine shaft, maybe a mob spawner here and there, and I don't know, the stronghold. That might be something you might want to be wary of, maybe. With the end portal being found at these corners we can see right here. But if worrying about the stronghold is too much, then maybe around these corners you might find something that's marginally more worthwhile. Okay, maybe not marginally more worthwhile, but still worthwhile to head to. Because if we pop back into spectator mode, then we're going to notice a lot of mob spawners. We have this one we can see right here, we have another one sitting right down there, we have another one over there, another one up there, another one over there. We have plenty and plenty of mob spawners. Hopefully some that's actually in proximity to each other enough to where you could actually make maybe a double or even triple mob spawner around here. And I guess all things considered, with all the traveling you're going to have to do, this area with all the mob spawners isn't too incredibly far from your ocean monument. But yeah, something else that's obviously on top of like the surface is all these cave entrances, which is going to make it way more viable and way more useful in actually gathering up a whole bunch of resources. Say with like this one we can see right here, leading itself right into a cave filled with 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds, and 4 diamonds straight off the bat, with probably several more we haven't even spotted out yet. And then we got these waterways, we got these cave entrances, we have these little areas, we have some ravines all over the place, we have any form of cave type thing you could expect to find in any other form of biome, you're gonna find it here. Apart from maybe Deep Dark. I don't think Deep Dark can spawn under Mushroom Islands. But I guess you do get supplemented by half mushroom stems, I guess. And you do get supplemented with this incredibly massive Mushroom Island. Again, one of the largest we have probably ever found so far. Can we find one bigger? Possibly. Will we find one bigger anytime soon? Probably not, but at least as of right now, in the case you want to make the most of like Mushroom Islands and the closest thing to feel like a single biome world, this seed at these incredibly far coordinates from spawn is going to be the perfect thing for you. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.